The next two pieces I'm going to play are from the Romantic period, but they're very different pieces, which is part of the reason why I decided to play two pieces from the Romantic period rather than one from the Romantic and one from the Contemporary. The first piece I'm going to play from the Romantic period is by Frédéric Chopin, who was a French composer. And he's often considered to be the most poetic composer for the piano. And when I say poetic, I don't necessarily just mean flowery and nice, but really what it means to be like poetic. Like when you see maybe poetry in literature as opposed to just maybe a novel. In a novel, if you take out a little passage or you take out a word, whatever the novel is trying to express still gets expressed. It still makes sense. But in a poem, every single word, every conjunction, every little and is there for a reason. And taking it out can kind of mess up how everything is linked together. So what Chopin did was, rather than, I mean, some of his songs are very technically difficult, but rather than what I just did in Beethoven, have a lot of notes going all over the place all the time for the whole piece, what Chopin did is he kind of brought it down to just what was absolutely necessary, to the point where if you take out one of the notes in a piece by Chopin, it messes up what he's trying to say. You can't afford to not do what he's... You can't afford to modify his music, is essentially what I'm saying. And he's really... I mean, some of his music is very technically... There is a lot going on in it, but it always kind of links back to this very poetic base. And that had been something... That was something that hadn't really been done before up to that point, to the extent that he did. And even though his music is often very, very simple, he's able to write simple music very well, to the point where it just sounds pure rather than just simple. So the piece that I'm going to play by Chopin is Etude in E major. It's number 3, opus 10. It's a piece that really embodies what the Romantic period was all about, more so than most other pieces in the Romantic era. It really has a very Romantic era feel to it. So, and this piece is just one piece. It doesn't have a whole bunch of separate movements and a whole bunch of songs that are supposed to be played together. It's just one piece called an Etude, composed by Chopin.